Welcome back to Neurodiverse. That's like I said, boy, was WarGames just straight up hectic and crazy. We had a return. We had a mystery attacker at the main event. We pretty much know who it is, but guys, what the hell? And then we had John Cena and Rey Mysterio put on a killer match. Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella get in a fight. It wasn't even a wrestling match. That was pretty much a shoot fight. It looked aggressive as hell. Little messy, but aggressive. In the women's war games, we had some breakout stories. Same thing with the men. So let's get right into it because, boy, it was hectic as hell and I was screaming off at the top of my seat. So let's go. So we start things off with the women's war game match. We have Team Becky Lynch. So we have Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and the Kabuki Warriors versus Team AJ Lee. So AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. And boy, did they just open up the season for this jolly holiday season. What a banger. So we started with Charlotte and Asuka pretty much beating the hell out of each other. You know, these two women know how to fight. Becky Lynch came in with a kendo stick, whooking the hell out of Asuka and Becky. Like, what the hell? And then we had Io Sky come in with a trash can, pretty much beating people up with the trash can. And I love how Io Sky had her branded trash can lid. You know, they better make that merch. I will buy Io Sky trash can. And then out of nowhere, Kairi Sane comes in with a steel chain. See, Kairi was a breakout star because Kairi Sane, as a Joshi wrestler, Kairi Sane hits like it's no tomorrow. And plus, with that steel chain around her fist, hitting that flying elbow to Charlotte, and then whipping the hell out of all the girls laughing. Kairi is the one to look out for. Kairi Sane, I think, is more crazy than Asuka, and she showed it in this match. Tying up Asuka, tying up pretty much Io, and like, oh my god, she was tying up girls, they was beating them the hell up. And then out of nowhere, AJ Lee came in, but Becky Lynch tried to lock the cage, and then AJ Lee flies off the top of the cage, taking out everyone, and then beats the hell out of Becky, beating the hell out of her, laughing, skipping around, being pure destruction. But then guys, we got the big dog going into the match, and boy, did that change everything. We had Nia Jax come in, pretty much dominating everyone. I was terrified. The way that she was like just dragging poor AJ Lee by her hair, smashing her against the cage, jumping on Alexa, pretty much sitting on Alexa, crushing the hell out of her. Just pure chaos. But then Mama Rhea Ripley shows up dressed like Terrifier. I liked how she was dressed like Art the Clown for Terrifier because they did that collab with Hot Topic. Rhea Ripley ring gear is on point. I love the Terrifier gear. But she came out with kendo sticks and the Io Sky trash can. And she was beating the hell out of Nia. We had a monster fight. But then we had the breakout star, in my opinion, for the women's war game. We had Miss Last Legend, the bougie baddie, come out. And she wrecked house. The way that she came in and she took out everyone on Team AJ Lee. And she went one-on-one against Rhea. And she took out Rhea Ripley like it was nothing. The way that her and Nia Jax was throwing Charlotte and Alexa in between his cages and hitting tag team moves. Like Lash was on, she was a breakout star. But near the end, chaos, a big war happens. Asuka accidentally sprays Last Legend in the face, so that gets everyone distracted. And then Io Sky does a front flip moonsault off the cage with her trash can, taking out everyone except Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch just watched her team get wiped out, so she's terrified. She's running away, but then all the girls beat her up for AJ Lee to hit the Black Widow for the win. Really good match. I was kind of disappointed that AJ Lee didn't get at least a little more aggressive. Yes, she was throwing people around the cage, but I thought we was going to at least get a spot of AJ Lee at least skipping around the top of the cage, or like, I don't know, maybe the Black Widow in between the cage. Like, it was good, but Last Legend and Kairi Sane were the breakout stars. Like, those two girls put the aggression. I love the match, and I'm going to say this now. I feel like, most likely, Rhea or Io, or maybe somebody I'm going to talk about later, will take the title off of Stephanie Vaquer, and I will talk about that. But this pretty much sets up a lot of things, because Becky Lynch could maybe get mad at Asuka and Nia and Lash. All this pretty much will lead into more stuff headed into the Royal Rumble for the women's division, so I cannot wait to see how that's all going to play out. Now on to the next match. And then, y'all, we had the Intercontinental match, the second to last match of my homeboy John Cena, my icon, my legend, versus Dirty Dominik Mysterio. And it was a good match. Dominik right away kept John Cena down. He was playing mind games, but John Cena fought back. Raquel and Roxanne beat the hell out of John Cena. The Chikota bomb and the pop rocks to John Cena. That was pretty dope. Seeing Raquel Rodriguez just slam John Cena. But the referee kind of knows they're cheating, so they get kicked out by ringside, and John Cena does the classic John Cena, the F9, the AA, Five Knuckle Shuffle, STF, and then out of nowhere, Finn and JD shows up, and then John Cena have to double Triple A Dom to take them out. Dominik is trying to cheat, but John Cena gets the upper hand, and then the referee gets taken out, and then both men get knocked out, and the one and only Liv Morgan shows up. Yes, Liv Morgan is back. She's looking good than ever. She was like, don't forget about me. She ran into the ring, and she was playing mind games. She was looking at Dom. She beat the hell out of Dominik, so people I even thought, oh, damn. Okay, she's turning heel, like she's going against Dom. She gives John Cena a hug. She kind of pulls at AJ Lee. She jumps on John Cena like how AJ Lee did back then, kind of like the nod to it. But then she pulls a John Cena, given the look that John Cena gave to Cody, low blowing him and hit him with the belt, how John Cena did to Cody Rhodes. So Karma is I loved it, little like throwback to when John Cena turned heel. Really good. Letting Dominik Mysterio hit the 619 stealing the win. Boy, was this a match, and what the hell do this mean? Because Liv Morgan is back with Dominik. Does that mean Liv Morgan and Dominik are about to terrorize Judgment Day? Or how long can Judgment Day stay managed? Because now the Heifer of Judgment Day is back. We thought Finn was the Heifer. No, Liv Morgan is the Heifer of Judgment Day, and now she's back. We need to see what the hell is going to happen, and I cannot wait. And I feel like she would be maybe the one to take the title off of Stephanie Vaquer. Or she will go after the Intercontinental, but it has to build for her to face Raquel or her to face Roxanne. But having Liv back, that's good, because that means Stephanie will actually have a competitor in Liv Morgan, and I cannot wait for that match, because I feel like that's more likely a match they're going to do. Which leads into the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match with Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. And a pretty okay match. I will say the match was good. The build for the match wasn't as good. The match was decent. It was some messy spots, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could still see Nikki Bella, like, she's rubbing off the ring rust just a bit. Like, it's getting better, but, like, you can still tell, like, Stephanie Vaquer's wrestling style did not match Nikki's as much. But it was some really good moves. Like, Nikki hits a powerbomb into the outside. Stephanie hits a double kiss on the table. That was pretty cool. And at the end, Stephanie hits the SVP and the spinal tap, picking up the win in a pretty good match. Most likely, Stephanie Vaquer would maybe have to face Io Sky, Rhea, or Liv Morgan next, because those seem like the top women on Raw, so we have to see. Most likely, I would like to see Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan, because I feel like Stephanie Vaquer needs a competitor that can kind of like go with her fast-paced moves. So like having someone like a Liv Morgan would be a good opponent for Stephanie Vaquer. Then we have the main event, y'all, and this main event was crazy. So we had Team Babyface, I'm gonna say, because we had Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos, and Roman Reigns versus Team Heel, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Division, Bron Breakker, and the one and only Logan Paul. That was a handful of names, but boy, this match was crazy as hell. Let me break it down. So Breakker and Punk start things off. They beat the hell out of each other. And then Drew shows up right away, teaming up with Breakker, pretty much demolishing the hell out of CM Punk. But then Cody comes up to back him up. Drew locks the cage. So Cody Rhodes jumps off the top of the cage and then just dead press, like beats the hell out of Drew. So then we have a multiple man back and forth with Drew, Cody, Punk, Breakker, both doing multiple tag moves. It was like really lit. It was getting pretty aggressive. But then out of nowhere, Logan Paul showed up and he kind of impressed me, guys. He brought in a couple steel chairs. He hit like a cool pop-up power bomb. He was putting in some moves. He did a standing press like with Drew. Like he was putting in the work. But then Jimmy Uso came in pretty much showing aggression. He brought in a table. He was super kicking everyone. It was getting pretty aggressive. But then the tsunami monster Bronson Reed showed up. And we knew the tide was going to turn because he tsunami splashed each member of the face team more than once. He pretty much took the soul out of CM Punk multiple times. But then Jey Uso comes in, super kicking and yeeting everyone, teaming up with Jimmy, hitting a D-Street, call back to the Dudleys. It was getting pretty intense. Jimmy Uso started yeeting, but then the funny thing is, when he started yeeting, Brock Lesnar was like, oh, hell no. So Brock Lesnar, even before the count even stopped, for him to go in, his music dropped, and he pretty much came in and wrecked everyone, hitting F9s, German suplexes, Suplex City. He took Cody and Punk and everyone to Suplex City multiple times. And then it was the big dog's Roman Reigns' turn. And boy, Roman didn't even get in the cage right away. They had a brawl outside. So Roman and Brock Lesnar had a Godzilla and King Kong fight on the outside. Both of them beating the hell out of each other. Roman goes through a table. Pure chaos. Everyone in the ring is going crazy. Later, Brock and Roman goes in the ring. So then it's just a huge like bloodbath. Multiple men getting thrown into cages. Somebody goes through a table like a spear. It was just pure chaos. And at the end, out of nowhere, this random guy shows up, hitting a curve stomp. Not smiles, but he puts a thumbs up to Team Bad Guys and just crawls up the cage and just leaves. And Heyman's laughing, and the heel team gets the win. What the? And people were like, oh, that could be Seth Rollins. No, Seth Rollins is injured. It was teased that Austin Theory was going to be in the match. Maybe that is Austin Theory, because I don't think the thing is working out with him in the New Day, and maybe this is his opportunity. Or it could be someone, I'm going to say this now. It could be a Trick Williams. It could be an NXT call-up. What happened to Tony D'Angelo? He was getting vignettes and promos. It can be someone from NXT. You never know. Maybe it could be someone from AAA or TNA. You never know. But that was a pretty good way to end the show, and I cannot wait for Raw, because will we get this mystery person revealed? Not revealed? A lot of things are happening, and pretty much, guys, we're on the road to John Cena's last match, Saturday night's main event. Not just that, Royal Rumble is up soon, too. So sooner or later, we're going to be on the road to WrestleMania, and all these superstars want that chance. So this December, things are going to get aggressive heading into January. So we have to see who comes out as champion, who comes out on top before the end of the new year. Because, boy, 2026 for WWE is looking fire and lit than ever. Hopefully you guys liked the review, and I will see you guys next time.